It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, baby.
That was your stomach?
No.
I thought I heard.
You did. It was because I was drinking too damn fast and I had too much air.
So you got acid
I
reflux.
swear, I feel like a baby. But like, slow down, Savannah. Why are you drinking so? Now I need to be burped. Now I just got mad air. I swear I don't know how to live my life right.
Oh my god.
I just don't know how, and it just be more apparent every single day. All the weird shit I do.
I mean, I do weird shit all the time. So I mean,
yeah, but like noticeably weird shit. Like since you told me I drink loud, I be constantly like, drink quiet, be quiet.
No, because you're a gulper. Like, and Celine does the same thing, and I feel like I just be looking like you that thirsty. Like she'll.
When I be thirsty,
like,
fucking thirsty.
Why do I hear every like? What is that? And then she'll be like,
sorry.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah, because it be good. And I'm like, whew, got that off. I don't know why I do that. It's like mentally I be forgetting to like, you could just, drink all day. And then I'd be like, whew, I am parched. I will chug a whole bottle of water. And they'd be like, oh, relief. I feel better. But yeah, like, no. I have to remind myself, drink quietly. Be a lady.
It's not even the drinking, it's the swallowing. It's the swallowing.
I be trying. It's like, am I doing it weird? Like, why do I do that? And now I be focusing on other people, like how they drink. And I'm like, let me see, do I hear them drinking? No, it's just me.
I do weird stuff all the time.
I should probably get that checked. But anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 62 of Controversy and Chaos.
Yeah. And we back.
We back. I cannot wait to get my hair done. That is it. That's the sentence. I cannot wait to get my hair done.
What are you getting done?
I just need to get my ends trimmed. So I haven't had my ends trimmed since I cut my hair. Mm-hmm. But then mentally in my mind, it was like, oh, I cut my hair. So it wasn't like a little trim. I was like, all the split ends that I had, they were completely gone. So, and I was wearing wigs. So just like, I wasn't really trimming my hair because my hair was in cornrows for a majority of the time. So now that it's out, I'm like, time to get my hair cut, get a little trim. I'm like, that shit that's thin, cut it. I don't care. Just get that shit out of here. So I just need to cut it so I could start the spring, summer off because I'm going to get braids for the summer. And I'm not going to tear it up. I'm going to keep these braids more than 2 weeks.
I was going to say nothing.
I'm not going to tear it up this time. I'm going to keep, what is it, the braids?
I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with my hair for this Jamaica trip. Because I'm like, I'm not really a braid girly. Like, I don't like to sit. I don't know. So
you could keep the sewing, though. It's not like you're going deep sea diving.
I'm not even getting, the water don't get above the chest. And that's in the pool. So I don't even get in the ocean. Up to my ankles and my knees at most, at best.
Exactly. So you could just take a little claw clip it up so it's not like on your back or sitting in the water and go on about your day. Like when I went, like of course like it's an island so there is some humidity, but I didn't feel like it was anything like crazy. Girl, I was up the night before I went to Jamaica, putting my wig on the night before.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't rain, my hair is good. Now the rain my leave out, as you can see. But I
would give me some cute little bandit, like cute little scarves, like some little satin scarves. I'm like, oh, we're going to tie this whole down so nobody can see what's going on up under here.
That's why I was like, maybe for Jamaica, when I get my sewing redone, I'll just do a middle part that time. Because it's easier to kind of like
blend it.
Yeah. Because you can kind of pull it back a little bit, put the headband on, do like my edges, Yeah,
you can make it work. So yeah. I think sewing is fine.
So far, so good. I'm loving the sewing. This is only like 2.5 bundles. And at first, when she said that, I was just like, girl, fit all 3. But then she was like, well, your head's not that big. I said, says who? Everybody been telling me my head big my whole life. She's like, the back of your head is not big. I'm like, oh. So the way she like doubled it up and sewed it. And I could say when she like opened the whatever
the bundle.
It was in there.
It was a lot of hair.
But I also think it's because I love the bundles that I ordered so far. It's almost a week, and so far so good. I haven't even recurled it from when she curled it a week ago. I haven't done nothing.
Oh, bet.
Yeah. But the thing about it is the bundles aren't consistent. So like one bundle was like thicker than other bundles. So I feel like that's why at first I wasn't sure if it was going to be enough hair. But then when she started putting it in, it was just like a whole thing. But definitely feel like I am dedicated to the sewing life for right now. I like how she did the hair. The hair feels good. And I do think not having not as much hair or having not as many bundles does give it a more like natural look, which makes it easy for me every day.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So far so good.
Cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a random question.
Okay, I have so many controversial random questions for you. Most of them about womanhood. I know a lot of our listeners are girls, and I don't want to offend anybody, but sometimes we gotta get down to the shits. Okay, so I've been waiting for this one. I've been wanting to talk to you about this like all week, but I'm like, I have to save it for the pod. Okay.
Oh shit, what?
Okay, so I don't know if you've been seeing, well, of course, on social media, people have been doing this for years. Girls will go online and say like, 21 with no kids, that's a flex. 30 in my 30s with no kids, 31 single, no kids, career, things like that, right? And in my mind, I've never been someone who posted or reshared those posts because I don't understand it. And let me explain. If you're 21 with no kids, why is that a flex? I mean, if you're saying like, yes, you're breaking generational curses because all of your family members had kids young. Okay, yes, that's a flex because you're breaking generational curses. Just being 21 with no kids is not a flex. You're 21. You should be in college or exploring your life. Like, I don't understand that concept. And then for the 30-year-olds, when they say, I'm in my 30s, single with no kids, but you desire to be married and have kids, why the fuck is that a flex?
Yeah, I just stay silent.
I'm confused. Like, I really want to know. And I also feel like for me, I've never been someone to post stuff like that because I did have friends that had kids young, and I just wouldn't want them to feel like I think I'm better than them, or like me, like, oh yeah, married. Like, okay, I have hella friends that's not married. I don't want them to ever think that I'm looking at them like, yeah, bitch, I'm married and you're not. Because I definitely don't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I overthink what I post. Like, I don't know. Stuff like that just does not boost my self-esteem or my confidence. And then I also think about my girlies who don't live that lifestyle of being married or who did have kids young. So, like, why would I post that?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's nothing like, I don't think you're wrong for like being like hyper aware of it because people are sensitive and people do take things harshly. You can mean it, you could wholeheartedly, even people who do it can mean it as a joke, but the other people around you did not see it as a joke.
Because it
like,
almost
bitch was
is
good.
like, yeah, it's almost like, well, bitch, what you think about me? Like, you know what I mean?
So so I feel like it could definitely go one or two ways. Like, you'll probably have some people that are like, girl, I don't give a fuck. And then some people that be like, I'm a little bit offended by that. And you would have to just eat that. Like, you put it out there, so you would have to eat that. The whole like trend
is, real quick, the crazy thing about that is a girl will turn that back on you. Like, if a friend came to her and said that, and she'd be like, oh, well, that's your own insecurities because your life decisions. Now you gaslight me. Anyway, proceed.
Yeah, but I think the whole trend, it don't really make sense to me because it's just like I think that everybody live their lives in different ways. It doesn't make you a bad person. Like, it doesn't make you a bad person if you had kids young. For some people that I have seen do the trend, I have seen some people, it just gives like, you just regret having your kids. You should sit on that lady's couch. That's not something for the internet because now it's coming to a whole different thing. If you don't desire to have children, then that's fine. Everything don't have to be a social media trend. You could completely desire to not have children. There are plenty of people who don't desire to be married, who are fine being in their 30s, single, no kids. Great. That is your life. It's not to say that your life is better than somebody else's because they chose to do what is for them. It's not a one size fit all. Everybody's living their life the way that they want to. If shit happens and you did things quote unquote out of order, that's also a part of life. Shit happens. You do things, you grow, and you learn. But it's all about like how you put it out there, and the people that put it out there, and it's like, this gives like, you don't really want to be a parent. You just did it because you were pregnant. That's a different thing. But for me, I be kind of looking a little bit more deep into it sometimes and just be like, well, how do you treat your kids? Do you treat your kids in a way of like, I really don't want to be a parent. I really just want to be outside. And then some things can also be a joke. So it's kind of how, if you put it out there, you could mean it one way and other people could take it a different way. So some things I'm learning to just keep it in your head. If it can be misconstrued in a manner that you don't mean it, either you need to explain the manner that you're saying it in, or just keep that shit tucked away.
Yeah. And
let's just avoid all conflict and confusion. Let's just keep it in our heads.
And I'll take it a step further and I'll say that conversation, like when I wrote it down, it made me think about like the Black community overall. Now, granted, I ain't in a white community. I'm not in the Latino community. I'm not in the Asian communities. Okay. I'm in the Negro community. I just feel like, power to the people, I just feel like the things that we consider a flex in the Black community is very much so not flex. Like these are just things that should be the norm, but because of systemic racism and all these other things that has held the Black community back, right? I'm not negating that. But when are we going to get to a point where like the most basic things are not a flex? Prime example, I'm listening to this podcast, and this is kind of going off topic of the random question, but it's not. So I've listened to this podcast, and this girl said that her and her fiance are regular people, normal people. The other host gets upset and was like, there's nothing normal about y'all. There's nothing regular about y'all. And she said, well, what's so spectacular? He's like, well, y'all are together. Y'all are getting married. Y'all have good jobs. She's a vice principal and her soon-to-be husband is a firefighter. Those are regular jobs. So
yeah, but the regularity is kind of more so of like what you've seen. If you've constantly grown up in an environment where you don't see people that are together, you don't see people that are married, you don't see people that have careers, then to you, y'all are not normal. This is not my normal. And that's why representation matters so much, because when you talk to people, especially in their adulthood and the things that they say, you see a lot of this comes from a place of lack. You think that this is abnormal because you haven't seen it. Like us who grew up middle class, it's like we grew up middle class, 2-parent household. We have siblings. Like, it's just like, that's our regular life. Like, I don't know anything different.
Yeah.
But to somebody who,
I don't know, because I feel like, as you know, my family is not my immediate family, but like my extended family, very toxic, very falls in the category of irregular, right? Like even my immediate household, I grew up in a 2-parent household, but one of the parents was a step parent. Still a 2-parent household. But so it's like, at the end of the day, when do we decide that like we want better? And like a father being a father, why is that so abnormal? Like, why is it so normalized and okay for niggas to be deadbeats? Like, at what point do we stop? Like, I don't know. It just really pisses me off when people like put things that should be the norm on a pedestal. I understand that it's not, but until people start treating it like it should be normal, start shaming deadbeat dads. Shame them niggas like y'all shame the moms. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I think that, and I will say, there is a larger influx of people our age that are changing those things around. Like, if you can think about the men that we know a lot of men our age in their 30s, late 20s that are married, that are active fathers. So it's like the work is being done, but there's decades of shit to undo.
Yeah. You're right.
There's decades of fatherless homes. There's decades of people in poverty. So it takes a long time for people to make a change and be like, okay, now this is a normal, like for our kids, this will be a normal thing. It'll be normal to be like, you go to your god sister's house and she has a mom and a dad too. Okay, you with them, even when you go to their aunt's house and you go and you see, it's like, oh, they have 2 parents. They have this. Their parents have careers. Their parents do all of these different things. And it does become the norm. But it just it's going to take a long time. And we make a lot of jokes like, I can't believe that we're the new adults. But we are the adults that are changing the trajectory of the Black experience.
Yeah. No,
and it's like agree. It's going to take time, but it is being done. And I know people like that do shame deadbeat dad. And like, I can't be, and it's just like, you got to kind of stand on it. I can't be cool with a nigga or a woman who don't take care of their responsibilities.
No.
Your responsibilities, like, you got to take care of your responsibilities. And we got to, like Game of Thrones, we need a fucking shame bell. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame. And then people will be like, this isn't acceptable. People see me for what I am. I need to do better. At whatever way that you arrive to the destination.
Yeah.
You got to do it. And I think that we have to hold each other accountable, and it will continue to, like, we'll be able to continue to make progress. But I think the moment we stop and we slip up, it's gonna change, and it'll go back to the way it is, the way it was. The generation that got to break the curse, it's the hardest on them. And I think collectively, the millennial group is going to be the hardest on us, because we have to actively initiate it for everyone that comes after us. And then it'll be, this is normal. And it won't be such a culture shock when someone is a vice principal and a firefighter and married, and it's like, that's not normal.
Yeah. And to actually context, these people are from New York. And I don't know what the science is about, because again, this podcast is a podcast I listen to a lot. You know what? I'll shout it out. So shameless. I love them. Like, but I will say, like, they often talk a lot, and they're older than us. The female host, she's like 34, maybe 35. And then the male head host, he's 50 now. But he talks about like how this is his first time being in a wedding. You know what I mean? At 50, like, just the conversation about how a lot of New York men don't be wanting to get married. And I just be thinking to myself, like, I don't understand.
Because it's the product of their environment. Like, so if you think about even New York in itself, how many people do you know personally in New York that grew up or continue, that still live in the projects to this day?
A lot.
So it's like, even when you like unravel everything and you understand how even government assistance came about, one, it came about for white people, but how it affected the Black family, you can't have two people with an income in this household. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But you also live in New York City, which is one of the most expensive cities to live in. And you can't do anything because you are from here. You didn't choose any of this. You can't just, it's not just that simple and easy to, I'm gonna pick up and move somewhere that's more affordable to live. This is all I know. This is the only thing that I know. So it just becomes a continuous cycle. It's like, yeah, I lived in the projects my whole life. I'm not used to seeing people do well from themselves. You're used to seeing poverty, and it's not a negative thing per se, but you're used to seeing people just trying to fucking survive, not people that are actually living their lives. So now when you do grow up and you're able to experience different things and do things for yourself, you're actually able to start living, and then you can kind of put context to it, like, oh, this is different. So you do become 50 years old and be like, this is the first time I've ever been to a wedding, because your entire upbringing is kind of like, you actually can't have this.
Yeah.
Because we're trapped in a system that so desperately wants to keep us down. But Black people, our nature, you can't do that. Maybe for a little bit.
We gonna figure it out.
But once we wake the fuck up, it's like, oh baby, I'm up out of here. So you're gonna find a lot of people that do a lot of different things, that travel more, that just they essentially do live regular, healthy lives, but it just seems abnormal when it's really, to our counterparts of other races, it's really not.
Yeah.
And eventually it will become the normal lifestyle.
Yeah, I agree. And don't get me wrong, when I'm bringing up these topics, like, obviously I'm not ignorant to these things. This is for the listener, because you and I talk about a lot of things. Like, yeah, I feel like a lot of times I can't give too much context, because it's like, I don't be wanting to tell my whole family's business. But trust me, like, yes, we grew up privileged in a way of, like, yes, we grew up middle class. However, like, our parents came a long way, and they themselves have broke generational curses too. So don't ever think we're ignorant to certain things. This is just for conversational purposes, so that, one, we're not telling all our family business, but we can actually have a real conversation about shit that be going on. So yeah, I just had to put that little disclaimer out there. But yeah, that took a little turn. So yeah, I have a couple of controversial, a lot of them are women based. So I hope our audience, which is primarily women, never get upset. But I feel like it really gets to a point where we have to start being real with each other. I feel like the memes where it'd be like two delusional ass best friends saying exactly.
Exactly.
Yes. Like, yes,
exactly.
When the doors are closed, babes, we have to stop telling each other exactly. We have to actually have real conversations with each other. In public, I'm exactly, yeah.
Whatever she said,
whatever
stand on it.
Whatever,
exactly.
my girl. But when we get back in the car, I'm like, bitch, why the fuck? And Teray know. Like, that's how we get down.
Bitch, are you well? Because why the fuck would you do?
And the answer sometimes, I am not well. So
unwell, unhinged, unmedicated, just on the loose. I am on the fucking loose.
Yeah, spiraling. But I love that though about like my close friendships, because I'm so like a non-judgmental person that like everybody knows they can come through with the biggest bullshit and I'll be like, let me analyze this. It's some bullshit, but I'm gonna analyze the shit. Because we gonna talk about it. We gonna have a red circle, round circle, whatever that table talk show was. We gonna do it. We gonna do it.
And I be having to ask, like, okay, now, what do you want me to do with this? Do you want me to tell you what I really think, or you just want me to be like, you just want to get your shit off? Yeah. Which one do you want? Yeah. Because if you come to me with it, I'm assuming that you want me to respond.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
and then I'm gonna respond.
I'm just learning how to shut the fuck up. And I'm like in the beginning stages of shutting up. So like when somebody calls me with some bullshit, I'll be like, oh, can I give my opinion? If they say no, then I won't. But if they say yeah, oh, baby, we getting deep into it.
Like, okay? I've been taking mental notes. I have questions. Let me deliver. Yeah. Set questions.
Yeah. So,
well, that was a good one. It kind of went like that, but as our conversations often do.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. Y'all really just gonna have to just follow.
Just go. Just buckle up, Buttercup. You're going on the ride.
Yeah.
In fun news, before I get to one more thing. Not really fun news, actually. It's not fun at all. Forever 21 is officially closing. And as a millennial, I am actually very sad about that. Now, I remember shopping at Forever 21 as a teenager. I mean, all the way up until now. So pretty much my entire life been shopping at Forever 21. Now, they did have a stint where it was like, girl, what is this? Mm-hmm. When everything was like hot Cheetos and just mad floral, weird prints going
on. The emojis and shit.
The emojis. Every outfit looked like my fucking wallpaper. And I'm like, yeah, I like it on my wall, but I don't want to put that on my body.
No.
Like, my wallpaper very much gives couch. I don't want to look like that when I'm walking out of the house. But it's very sad to know, like, so many staple stores that you're just used to seeing are now going to be gone. Like, what is a mall without a Forever 21?
Yeah.
It's gone.
I mean,
Joann's doesn't exist anymore. And even H&M is a hit or miss. That is like Zara. It's a location-based store. Mm-hmm. Because you may go into one mall and it's like, okay, it has an H&M. They have a lot of casual things to wear. Cool. Mm-hmm. And then you go to another mall and it's like, this is only workwear. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, when I first started working, I needed some professional clothes to wear. Mm-hmm. That damn H&M held me. That H&M held me over. Them $12.99 little pants with the little zipper on the side. Every color. That was my work attire. That, a cute little shirt and a blazer.
And some boots. Yeah.
As girl work attire. Spring, summer, fall. That was it. Held me down. Yep. But I'm just like, where are we supposed to shop now? I'm like, oh, am I finally getting to my adult age where it's like, bitch, you're going to have to spend some money on clothes. But also, where am I supposed to find said clothes? And my little jewelry. Like, girl, I got these at Forever 21. I love a big hoop. I'm not paying no big money for these, because I will lose one. It'll start tarnishing because I done sprayed perfume on it by accident. And Forever 21 used to hold me down with my little accessories. And now, what am I going to do?
Wait, so they're going to be available online though, right?
Maybe. I think so. I think they're just calling. Period. From what I've seen, I haven't like thoroughly looked into it, but I know they're closing all of their locations. I think they were shut. I think at some point, I think they were laying off a lot of people in their headquarters. So I don't know how much is going to still exist, or if this is going to be a full bankruptcy, dissolve the entire business altogether. We don't exist anymore. I don't know what kind of level their website sucks, which is
never
like,
order anything from there.
I would be completely fine if their website was user friendly. I hate it. Their website has always been garbage. And I'm like, okay, if you're going to close all the stores, all that resources you were using in the stores, redo this website. Do a pretty little thing. Shut that bitch down overnight and bring it up and be a whole new brand.
Literally.
Do something.
Literally.
Do something, because the girls need clothes that are affordable, that are cute, because I love their little basics. Because I can't give Skims $70 for a bodysuit. No, ma'am. I cannot. I refuse to do it. But the double line little bodysuits at Forever 21, they are good quality. I love them, and they're cheap. Maybe like $23, $25 at the max. Girl, I live in those.
Yeah. Yeah.
So during the clearance sale, I sure did. Went right on in that store. Let me get these. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I will be putting them. I stocked up black and white. Because you know, you put something on and be like, damn, I need a white bodysuit. Or I need a black bodysuit. Went and got them. So if you have not stocked up and your location is still open, because some locations are now to the point where they're 40 to 60% off, which means you don't have that much time left. I think within the next like 30 to 60 days, all the stores will be closed.
Okay, so I got some time. I'm gonna try to mosey
but that
my way.
It also depends on when your store started their liquidation, because if they started 30 days ago, they only got 30 days left.
Yeah,
like the stores in Atlanta started over a month ago, so I think they're about to be kaput, done, no more.
How sad.
Well, in breaking fucking news, Cardi B just announced today that she is partnering with, clearly I could not be a news anchor. I am so sorry. Cardi B announced today. And hold on, Belcalis, this is a bad day. It's April 1st. Do not be playing around.
I don't think she's playing.
Because you know she love to play.
She do.
Do not play around. But she is partnering with Revolve to launch her fashion and beauty line. And I will say, I am excited about this, because when she had her collection with Fashion Nova, it ate. It was not
the pieces were good quality.
I had a pair of jeans. I still have one or two of the bodysuits that I had bought. It was like a mesh one. I think I probably do still have the jeans. I outgrew them. Literally and figuratively. The style I outgrew, and then the pants themselves I outgrew. Those had to go. But the clothes were actually good. Like, she had coats, she had a lot of different things, and they made cohesive sense. It wasn't like one of those celebrities that partner with another company and then just be like, girl, I don't even think you would wear this. So why are you trying to get me to wear it?
Like, what are you doing?
I'm actually very, 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 very excited about this. And I'm interested to see the actual pieces that come out, with the price range, price ranges, because I would love to support, but in moderation.
I think that the clothes will be higher price, higher end. Because when I was skimming the post, she said she was wearing one of the pieces. The dress is like one of the pieces, but I don't think she specified which dress it was, but they look like more high end type of fashion, like whether that be like the very structured blazer dress or some of the other things that she was wearing. So I do think that it won't be necessarily affordable like Fashion Nova prices, but
yeah, no, I'm not expecting that.
It'll be good quality, I'm sure.
Yeah, if it's good quality stuff and it's like, okay, this is worth the investment, I can keep this and find ways to style this long term, not very like niche things like this is a on trend thing and I gotta wait 10 years before I could wear it again. Those kind of things, I'm just not in the business of purchasing anymore. I want something that, okay, I can take this, I can remix it, wear it a bunch of different ways, wear it throughout the years. I would invest in staple pieces. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So if it's like a good quality dress, I will purchase that. You gonna see me wear that hoe all the time, but I'm gonna get my money's worth
and we'll
don't get it. But I'm very, very, very excited for this.
Yeah,
I feel like it makes sense. Like, I don't think that you spend all of these years curating yourself as a fashion icon or fashion icon in the making and don't do anything with it. It just kind of doesn't make sense at that point.
Yeah.
So I am actually very excited. Her stylist, Colin, like, he be doing it. Him and Law, they top two. Nobody else is fucking with them.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I don't want to hear anyone else even think that they in the top two. Like, that's just what it is. Sorry.
Like, those two
can do no wrong.
None. So I'm very excited because I know that he's going to have a hand in the partnership. So I'm very interested to see what they come out with. But congratulations to Cardi. Like, this is a big fucking deal. I am very excited for this. Very excited. So yeah. Okay. Do you want to get into the topic or you want to talk about something else first? Because I have something else written down, but it could potentially get very
sticky,
deep, kinda, maybe.
You choose. Surprise me. I feel like I stirred the pot enough with the random question of the day.
So well, I wrote it down, so I'll go with it. Okay. Did you listen to YG's new song? I think we talked about it. Okay. So I'm sure we had the same reaction. I was like,
literally, like the beat was going. Like, I was like, yeah, the Cardi B. And then he said what he said. I said, like
audible gasp. I was like, oh my God.
And my first instinct, like, I don't know why I got so obsessed. What the fuck is he talking about right now? And I was like, oh, wait. What did he just say? Because all I heard, because I was casually listening to it. You know what I mean? Because whatever. And when he said the line, it just startled me because I'm like, that's how you're starting off the song? I wouldn't have expected
that. And I wouldn't have expected that from YG. Of all people, I would not have expected that from YG. So I think that's why it was such a shocking moment. Maybe, and I think that he knew that it wouldn't be expected from him. I'm like, not tooted and booted, YG.
We've come a long way from tooted and booted.
I know. Hello? Clearly. But I was just so, and it was just like one of those things that I haven't listened to YG in a minute. But I've been, and not because I don't like him, but I think my algorithm has put me in a West Coast rapper rabbit hole and I can't get out. Not that I want to get out from the artists that I've found. I don't think I want to get out. Like I've been very intrigued.
Yeah.
And interacting with the post, so it keeps me there. But it was just algorithm said, here you go.
Yeah. Let me just throw this in your lap.
Throw this at you. And I don't know. I think once I got over the initial like shock, I instantly felt so sad. Like I felt so sad because I'm just like, for a lot of men, that is their story.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like nobody really talks about it. It's like, you know, that YouTube series, Soft White Underbelly, that's what it is. It's just like, you know, it exists. You know, it happens. You probably know people it has happened to. And nobody says anything. And I just think it's so unfortunate and really sad that a lot of men, well, I can only speak for Black men because I don't know what those others do, but that for a lot of Black men, that's their first sexual experience. And it's not like prefaced to them like this is wrong.
Yeah. Like they're not seen as a victim. They're
not seen as a victim. And I've said this before. The innocence of Black boys it's like nobody fucking cares. And a lot of the, I don't want to say sexual deviance, but a lot of people's sexual behaviors often stem back from being assaulted by a woman twice their age.
Yeah. Or and just being subjected to hypersexual environments, whether that was because, you know, you seen your mom or your dad constantly bringing in different partners or doing this or doing that. It's like it desensitizes the man's want or even will for intimacy. You know what I mean? Like it just gives them like, yeah, like I'm fucking bitches. Like
I'm the man. Literally. And it's just like, yeah, but that comes from somewhere. And it's like for him to be his age and this, like, well, I guess publicly, but it's like, how long do you go without, or have you gone without addressing this, acknowledging it, and realizing that, wait a minute, this was wrong? At what point does it click and be like, you know what, that was actually wrong, what happened to me?
And I even think with that, like, not just our favorite celebrity men, but like men that we know in general. Like when you hear certain things, it adds so much context to who they are as people. Like the men that might be like, let's say, have all these baby mamas or might be womanizers and things like that. It's like, okay, well, you're not this way for no reason, although society has made it the norm for men to be that way. Like,
yeah. And I think that it becomes a normal because it's just like the innocence of Black boys is not protected. The innocence of Black men in general is not taken seriously. It's just like, it's like we spend so much time focused on the girls because Black girls are hypersexualized, but it's like nobody ever addresses the boys. And it's just like, you a man now, like this what you supposed to do. And it's just like, no, you shouldn't be doing that at 13. No, absolutely not.
Like, I can't remember who it was. It was some celebrity man that was like, yeah, I lost my virginity at 12. To who? Oh, a 16-year-old girl. Excuse me?
It's just like, it gives blank stare. Like, did I just hear what the fuck I just thought I heard?
And then they say it in such, because of society, it's like they don't see themselves as a victim until, I feel like, either they seek help or therapy, or until maybe they have kids for themselves and they see what the real innocence of a child is. And it's like, wait a minute, my son's 12. Ain't no goddamn way. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right. It was just like, even with that situation with Boosie getting his son a prostitute, like,
it was crazy.
That shit blew my mind, because I would just, that thought would never come across ever.
No, not at all.
And you willingly just like, yeah, this is good. This is what we're doing. I'm like, y'all just continuing a cycle of shit. I was just so like, oh my God. I'm still shocked to this day. Every time I think about it, I be like, ain't no fucking way. He thought that was okay.
I really don't get it. I don't
ain't
get
no way.
It. And then it just goes to things like, okay, well, what was you doing, or what happened to you at that age that you, yeah.
I definitely I liked the song. I think the messaging was very important to kind of put out there, to get it. When you put something out like that, you know it's going to be a conversation starter. It's not just like, oh, I'm just putting it out just because. You put it out because it is a conversation starter. And sometimes I think that it is a little bit of a freeing moment. It's like, I just want to get this shit off my chest.
Yeah.
Whether it's through therapy, because we know a lot of Black people, a lot of Black men especially, don't believe in therapy. You've never sought therapy. At some point, everybody probably needs to sit on that lady couch, but I think it's a long path of being able to get there. And I think honestly, the first step is just being able to say it and acknowledge it for yourself out loud, and then you can address it. Because if you don't believe it as an issue, nobody could ever help you.
Right.
You'll never be able to work through those things and be able to identify the different ways that it has affected you. Yeah. And also from a sense of, I think it also has I think some of it is probably a sense of shame, and then also a sense of trying to protect other people when the person that needed to be protected was you. It's not your responsibility to be like, oh, if I tell this person what happened to me, how they're going to react to it.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of men, even girls, but I just want to specifically focus on the men. It's like, if I say something, all this other shit is going to happen. I'd rather just not say anything. And it's like, it kind of drives that point home that nobody cares, or that your feelings don't matter. It's like, just sacrifice your feelings for the sake of everybody else.
Then you just keep going through life.
Yeah, and if it's and if that's something that you experience and you kind of learned very young, your teenagehood, your young manhood, whatever, you're gonna constantly have that in the back of your mind, and that's just a fucked up place to be. So I mean, I think it was good that he put it out, and I wish him nothing but the best in therapy and healing from that, because I'm sure it takes a really big emotional toll.
Yeah. And I also think that obviously he's putting out new music and a new project, and the theme, he always has a theme, and this theme is called the Gentleman's Club, and everything's in black and white. There's Black men or men of color wearing suits and being in training. And so for this to be his first song, I'm
curious what the rest sounds like.
Yeah, not even what the rest sound like, but what is the content? Because it's going to sound like YG. It's going to sound like some West Coast shit.
I think that YG is actually a very good storyteller. It's
yes, yeah.
It's even without watching the video clips, it's if you close your eyes, you can envision what he's saying, and I really like that about him. So I am curious what the rest of the project is going to sound like. What other stories are you about to tell?
Yeah.
Is this kind of going to be like a diary almost? What are we about to get? And what's the new era of YG about to be?
Right. And it's okay, is this just you sharing your story, or are you rebranding and planning to be a whole new person? What is happening here? So yes, I will be tapped in. And these days we've been tapped in on a lot of West Coast shit. So
yeah. And I have to say thank you, because now I'm a Tyler Creator fan, and you've been telling me, eventually, I'm so fucking hard-headed. Eventually people be telling me shit, and eventually I do shit on my own time. Very cancerous of me. okay, that's cute. You told me that, but now I figured it out for myself. So thank you. It's really my idea.
Oh my God.
But yeah, the West Coast rabbit hole that I have plummeted into, I don't think there's a way out, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I am okay with that. And I'm just gonna stay in this little bubble and give myself new shit to listen to, new old shit to listen to.
And I will say that everyone will give Kendrick his props for like constantly holding the West Coast down and kind of putting them back like on the scene, because the Southern niggas, the Atlanta niggas, they've been running the hip hop game for what, 20 years? Like the East Coast up north, they have not been on top since Ja Rule 50 Cent. Like, let's be honest. The girls, we got Nicki, we got Cardi, but the men, we almost had Pop Smoke, but you know, tragedies happen. So I feel like this is a nice little resurgence for those who are truly hip hop historians and are just interested in other cultures, I would say. Yeah.
So I think it's good. And I think I came to the realization like why West Coast music isn't like more like
mainstream,
broad, like nationally. And I think it's just because of how far away they are. It's like if you think about it, you can drive from New York to LA. So like music can travel up and down the East Coast. It's easy to kind of know and hear and experience other arts. Like Miami, you can be from New York and go to Miami, get a Miami vibe. You can learn all of those things. You can have smaller artists that can go and do a show. But West Coast, it's completely all the way over there. So it's like they have their own little silo that they're in. I think it's like with West Coast rap, you're either a local artist or a national artist. There's no kind of like in between for them. Whereas a lot of East Coast rappers is like you could take Boss Mandela. He is not a like household name. He is very much a like his song's good and you can hear it up and down the East Coast. You'll probably hear it other places because of radio popularity. But when it comes to like stacking up like who's a big artist, I would not say that he's a big artist, but you know his music.
Yeah.
Whereas like West Coast rappers, they have their people like, no, this nigga is the man out here. But we would never know.
But I'll take it a step further and say that like West Coast artists are so authentic to who they are. I think most of them don't ever even really care about being the next superstar. It just kind of happens because they're so authentic to like their vibe, their stories, and like what they got going on. I feel like they don't really even could be geographically driven, but I think that their mentalities and their personalities are so like focused on their immediate circles, where I feel like a lot of times people on like, especially men on the West Coast, or artists per se, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like, I don't want to say that their identity is intertwined with other things, but it's just like West Coast niggas, you know, most of the time you're going to get some type of gang related shit. Sorry to say, but like there's key things that encompasses like a West Coast artist, especially the males, and they just stick to that and it works. Whereas like East Coast artists, somebody could be from New York but making music that sound like from they're in Atlanta, or like you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like, I don't know. Maybe,
but I think that kind of goes into like traveling more. Like you can go up and down. You can essentially drive the whole damn East Coast in one day. I mean, like hours wise, you can make the whole trip in a day. It'll take you a week to drive to California.
Yeah.
So it's like it will travel a little bit easier because it's easier to kind of like mix and intertwine people. Like even think about it, like if we wanted to go on a quick vacation, girl, I could hop on a hour and a half flight to Miami. I could be in Miami in 2 hours. Whereas people in California, to get to Miami, that's about a 6-7 hour flight. That's a long way to go. So it's like it's easier to kind of just stay in your area. But from a lot of West Coast rappers, they are generally, as a collective, they're all very, 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 very good storytellers.
Yes.
Very good. And I feel like some music like be catchy. Like what the helly? The ending, what the helly? What the helly burden? Like I be saying that shit in my head, but baby, I would never listen to that whole fucking song. No, I'm not saying that he's from California. Oh. I'm just saying like the music output. Like that song is going to gain popularity because of the end of it is funny and you have TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a trash song. That song is so fucking bad. That shit is ass.
Oh my God.
And it's going to gain a lot of popularity. People who literally have no skill at all are putting out songs and gaining popularity versus people who actually, it takes a craft to be able to write and rap and tell an entire story that someone can literally visualize.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that West Coast rappers kind of have that heavily locked. Whereas on our side of the map, that shit has gotten so lost. There's no, in some instances, there's no art to rapping anymore. It's just like, I could make something catchy.
Make a hit.
I could make a hit. A quick hit. Because even with social media, it's like, baby, this song only been popular for 30 days. Or you might catch the summer and then we done with this song. We've moved on to something else.
Yeah.
Whereas context and actual good ability, I feel like carries people a longer time, because I will wear Today Was a Good Day out because I'm not from California, but I can envision that shit in my mind.
Yeah
I know this whole day. I can envision
I was there,
like the shit happened to me. I could probably retell the whole story like it was mine. Because I think that that's like really cool that people can do, and I would really like to see that come back. Like switch it up, do different beats that are catchy, but make me think, like make me visualize what you're trying to explain. Actually be able to put a thought, a sentence together for listening and comprehension.
Yeah, but that goes back to, like I said, the whole Kendrick thing. Like people who are heavily into Drake or some of those artists that are similar to Drake, they claim that they just want to listen to music and vibe out. They don't want to think. And I'm like, well, we can definitely do both. We can have a balance. Like everything can't just be vibes. Like why? Like why do niggas hate thinking so much?
Because it takes hard work. Like it takes hard work to listen and comprehend.
Is it?
And well, for people who do it often, no, it's not hard. But for the people that don't, that just like, oh, I'm just here for the vibes.
Your whole
that's
life
a muscle that you gotta that's a comprehension is a muscle you gotta exercise, just like reading. If you want to be a good reader, you gotta read all the time to exercise the muscle. Then it will come naturally. But in the beginning, until you start doing it, you're gonna be stuttering and gotta read with your finger to follow along. Like it just is what it is.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It just is what it is. Yeah, we almost an hour in. That was I didn't think that we was going to cover that much. From your first topic, your random question, and the YG thing, I don't know. That shit I'm sorry.
It works.
Actually, not really, because in my mind, this was very logical.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, the overall theme of this episode, I can say, is that we've had a lot of discussions based in the Black community and we as a people, whether that be from traumatic things that happen to us or happen to our men that are not spoken about, or the reasons why, the women view certain things as being a flex, which are most of the time rooted in their own family issues, maybe daddy issues, the breaking up of the Black family. I mean,
we circled it back.
Yeah.
I feel like we did very well.
I mean,
but I talk to you every day, so we've been having wild tangent conversations for 10 years. So
yeah.
It always makes sense.
But this is controversy and chaos, okay? Like, it's going to be a little chaotic. If you can't keep up, if you are not someone who can listen and think at the same time, I don't know if we're for you because, you have to think around here sometimes. Form an opinion. Put the opinion in the comments. We don't care. Like,
Yeah. Put that opinion there. That's what it's here for. Yeah. That's what that keypad is there for. Well, there we go. And that's all the controversy and chaos that I got for y'all today.
Yeah, we're going to see y'all another time.
In 63. Thank you.
Thank you.